but it also started with my upbringing of my family life at home. Never met my father, never had a dad. My mom had 6 kids, on social assistance for 30 years. So I was the only child. I'm the youngest child, and living at home, it was just me and my mom.
Okay.
So I was always kind of like searching for things outside of myself to make me feel better about myself, because at that age I had a lot of insecurities, not really sure of where I fit in life because of like I said, like coming from a poor upbringing in East Vancouver, not a lot of food, not nice things. My mom didn't even own a car. She never had a driver's license. So I always kind of felt a little bit different, to be honest with you, right from the start. From as far as like wearing like, not having nice clothes, like embarrassed to go to my friend's house to take my shoes off because I would have hole in my socks, and just really feeling like, a little bit bullied too because of the way that I would dress at school. I used to get made fun of a little bit, which kind of led me to, to the point in my life where I was like, where fighting became my only resource to stick up for myself.
Stand up for yourself. That's correct, right? Yeah, that's incredible. I think you touched on like so many different points at the very same time here. I'm understanding there's no father figure at home, right? And your mother is already raised so many kids by herself as well, and not having so much money at home either. All these like social determinants of health really that are, and you're experiencing this, and then the bullying at school as well you mentioned, and not having the nice things. Insecurity is playing a huge part here, and I can tell. How did you find the courage to then get involved, or was it already a path that is leading to smoking weed and using alcohol? Was it already a path, or was it a moment of you saying, screw this, I want to be my own man?
Well, I think at that age, leading up to like grade 7, grade 8, starting up high school, from at a certain point, it's like I kind of gave up on not really caring about too much, because I didn't really felt cared for. In that process too, like my mom had 3 nervous breakdowns, so I had to go live with my sister from time to time, so there was a lot of like you touched base on, like insecurities.
Yeah.
And so when that path that led me to there was kind of like I was easy influenced also. So I was always the guy that would hang out with kind of older guys and kind of make me like do stuff like, if there was like a house, they would like throw me through the window to open the door so they could break into it. And, kind of, I like feeling like being used in a sense of now realizing, obviously, now a lot of this stuff that's happened to me in my life, I feel like because of the person that I was, really gullible and insecure and all that kind of stuff, kind of feeling like used just to make myself feel part of.
Okay.
Or to make myself feel like I was, in. Because I always felt like I just wanted to belong somewhere. And at that age, growing up, I just never felt like I belonged anywhere. I didn't feel loved. I didn't feel like a good family setting. Like all my friends had mom and dads and houses or swimming pools and all those kind of finer things in life. And my mom would be going to the food bank, and there was only a check once a month. And so I think really, to be honest, I think there was a lot of shame also about like I didn't respect my mom too much, because I felt like she because we were so poor, it was like her fault. So I always was blaming and just looking for stuff that like
Right.
So backing up a little bit, also coming from a line of addiction myself, also like my mom was never like an alcoholic or like into hard drugs, but my mom was addicted to pills. So there was a lot of times I would come home after school and my mom would be sleeping all the time. So she was on sleeping pills, so my mom never made me go to school. I could sleep all day. I pretty much could, I could stay out till 11 or 12. And if she tried to say, hey, you have to be home, I would never listen anyways. So I think, where this is going is I started to lack respect for females in a sense of, with the blame around not having a lot of money in the household and with her having 3 different husbands was kind of like, I just lost a lot of respect for her. And it's, it's sad to say because that is my mom, but I feel like, obviously I think she could have done a lot better in life.
Right.
But then, so could have I at the end of the road, right? So we all made choices in life. And when I look at it on the flip side, that my mom was a pretty amazing lady. She did go to the food bank. She did try the best she could to put food on the table. And because of her circumstances of having nervous breakdowns and a little bit of sickness and addicted to pills, it all makes sense now. But in the moment, it didn't make sense. And what I saw at home, and what I saw that others had, I wanted what they had.
Right.